Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are technically at war, I suppose. We are at war with these guys over here that are rebelling against our allies, the Bosporan Kingdom, who are actually arriving over there, so it shouldn't be very long now before that war is over. We are currently drilling our legion, and we were thinking about possibly expanding them. I'm not entirely sold on doing that quite yet. We also need to defend Armenia Minoris, or rather Maioris, and we need to build forts over here for this to happen, of course. We have to let that rebel, though, before that's going to be a thing. So that's exciting. It's going to be 2 years before this is converted. Okay. Mismatching Pantheon deity religion. I guess that's just indicating that we are not compatible. Like, our deities are not compatible with their religion or something. But sure, that's 60%. That's rough. For sure. For now, of course, we're going to continue hammering out the farming settlements. Those are down to only 174 gold now. And we lost our friend. That's rude. Okay, this guy's a researcher, and he's the governor of Assyria. No risk of civil war right now, so that's okay. I want to check in on this war status. They are just chilling. They're not sieging at all. They're just chilling. Okay. I'm not sure why they think this is a good idea, but they are just chilling. Like, they can't possibly have more than two units here. Like, go in. Just go siege. You'll be fine. Okay, whatever. Now, these guys I'm pretty sure is their vassal. Yeah, they're a client state of the Bosporan Kingdom. Our researcher died. We do need a new one for our oratory advances, and this guy is the most qualified. He's not great, but he is the most qualified. So that's fine. We are, of course, working on our religious advances right now. We would like to get some additional unintegrated culture group happiness. That'll be very good. Provincial loyalty will be okay, I guess, but we're not hugely keen on that right now. So we do need to get ourselves another farming settlement, and we can only build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of these. Honestly, we should try to get this done in this episode, I feel like. And then once we're done with that, maybe we can think about expanding our legion. I really want to put this levy down, but while we're at war, we can't do that. I feel like we should be able to, but have, like, an increased timer for how long before you can bring them up, right? So, like, it's normally 4 months. If you disband while at war, maybe it's a year. Something like that. There should be a penalty for it, but I don't want to have them up right now. I would rather have all of our bonuses from our capital, but alas, that's no real option at this moment. Now, we could continue to expand our legion's combat width, and that's probably not a terrible concept. Our current max is 53 units. We don't want to go that high, for sure. I'm okay with our flanking, I feel like, for this moment. I'm also okay with our engineers. If we start having super slow sieges later on, we might need... Our primary heir died. Okay. We might need more engineers later, but for right now, I'm reasonably comfortable with that. I more want to increase our combat width. So I want to have our heavy infantry and our archers be increased. But by how much? Maybe to 10 units each? That would be a total of 8 additional units. Okay, so this guy, our legate, died. Sure. We actually don't need to put anyone else in. Surprising. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's think about, I think, upgrading. How much would this cost? The manpower isn't bad. The gold hurts a little bit, and the maintenance is 2 gold per month. Okay, good to know. For now, we're going to build the farming settlements first. I think that's important. So we'll go ahead and take a look at doing that. Well, not really take a look, but we'll just do it. We're making about 24 gold per month, and there's not that many more farming settlements to build, so that'll be fine. We are at 37 political influence right now, so we need to consider that we need to upgrade a few more capitals, I believe. This one over here is a city. This one is a city, okay, also a city. This one would need to be upgraded. That's a settlement, and that's because the normal, like the nominal capital is over here. That's okay. This is a settlement here. This is a settlement here. So we do have a number of those still needing to be upgraded. We know there's one down here as well as this over here. We're getting close to having all of our capitals be cities, but we're not quite there yet. I think for right now, we're going to save up our gold and make this one into a city. That will be our next project here. And these farming settlements are proceeding. We're, of course, building a city in Shaoan right now, which is right over here. So that's fine. Renovations, huh? 15 popularity, lose 300 gold for 5% popularity output from the Zakari Pass. For the rest of the game. That is a city. It's not a very developed city. It's got a forum, a marketplace, and a library, and not much population here, and that population is not very happy. And 15 popularity, but 5% population output for the rest of the game. I mean, we will get this area turned around eventually. And it's only 300 gold. We're still early enough. 5% is going to make that back. Gonna do it. Yeah, until end of game. That does put us in debt, to be sure. Slows down our plans a little bit. We'll see what we get in terms of our debt events. I'm hoping that we get a gift from the gods, but that's probably a little unlikely. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like that's too good of an offer to pass up. 5% till the end of the game? Yeah. This is not super profitable right now, don't get me wrong. But eventually it will be. Eventually. So that's good. Of course, that does mean that we don't have any gold to spend for a while. Oh, this war is over. Yeah, I didn't even notice when it ended. I should have, but I did not. We're going to disband our levies, and that's very important right now. So we'll disband those. Send those guys right on home, and that will help our research come back in our capital. So as soon as this month tick happens, this should pop back up. Fantastic. A friend in need. Okay, so loyalty of characters, and we lose some stability. The stability loss isn't great. But we do gain 305 gold, which means that we now have enough gold, if we wanted to build a city up here. Our stability is low, though, and I'm thinking about maybe performing a divine sacrifice in 6 months instead. That would double our stability recovery. You know what? Honestly, I don't think that's worth it. Not right now. I think right now we are, in fact, better off building cities. So we'll do that. And the reason why I think we're not better off with that right now is I'd rather have the rebellions and put them down so that we can actually construct in some of these areas. So that'll be okay, and hopefully we can get some internal stability going a bit. We got a city finished up over here. That's great. We're not going to do too much with it just yet. We're mostly just allowing it to grow a bit. I do wish that the cities in this game worked a bit more like the planets in Stellaris. That would be nice. I prefer the way that flows. The cities in this game are just kind of awkward, in my opinion. I don't know. Mostly because trying to balance the buildings with the population cap never quite feels right to me. And I think that's because of aqueducts only giving 4 population capacity while taking up a building slot. It's really weird. Really, really weird to me. But, okay. There we go. Kind of a mini rant about the cities done there. That's fine. We do need to get additional farming settlements built, of course, and we will get that done soon enough. What is our research efficiency right now? Low. Okay. Our research efficiency is very low. It's going to be a bit of a long-term project to get that research efficiency up, and that is something that I would like to work on. But I feel like right now, the Seleucid Empire is definitely a little spooky, right? It's definitely spooky. Supposedly, the people of Camisa Armenia Majoris are struggling with their faith in the teachings of Zoroaster. Our high priest, Vagarsh Amatuni, suggests convincing the peasantry with purification ceremonies, once more turning them to the righteous path following Wow. How could I have failed that? Ahura Mazda. I know how it's pronounced, okay? I just... Words are hard. Surely it would be a popular move among our subjects to turn more people against the false malevolent... Malevolent? Wow, okay. This is not my event. Malevolent ideas of the polytheists. Indeed. We could hold ceremonies all across Camisa. That's a lot of political influence. There's the cash component as well. Just converting 3 population in Camisa over to Zoroastrian. Or we could spend 10 political influence for 1. Or lose 20 legitimacy and 10 popularity. These 2 options are both very bad. In terms of efficiency. It has to be this one. Okay. There we go. So the Seleucid Empire is looking like they're maybe not going to attack us with our aggressive expansion currently. We are chilling at the moment, no doubt about that. We want to let our aggressive expansion drop a bit. We don't want to appear too aggressive currently until they get into conflict with Moria, who are still clearing up territory out over here, it looks like. So that's okay. They will get into conflict eventually. And that's exactly what we want. Our current manpower cap is about 15,000. That's not too terrible. I'm a little sad that we spent our cash, but honestly, converting 3 pops is kind of worth it. We have another 2 years until we have a rebellion. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Honestly, I think we're doing fairly well here. Fairly well indeed. Our research efficiency is not great. Not great at all. We do need to bring our pop counts up, and of those, a lot of them need to be nobles. So, I mean, we are going to be working on converting those. If we look at this, they're currently growing a citizen over here. That's not bad. We're okay with that. Going to be some religious conversion over here soon, and yeah, in general, we are definitely making progress on getting these quote-unquote cored. Right? In Imperator, there's not really a concept of coring. It's more you convert it culturally and religiously to integrate them. That's basically how it works. Our farming settlement over here is finished up. That's great. We don't have another farming settlement in the pipeline right now. We will get one here in 2-month ticks. Unfortunately, not this next month tick, unless I've horribly failed my math. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, 168, as expected. So next month tick, we're going to be able to build a farming settlement. That'll be great. And we're going to definitely want to eventually attack the Bosporan Kingdom. Right now is not the time for that. Let's see, those are mercs up there. We're not really too scared of the Bosporan Kingdom. And I do want to expand up that way. Now, I'm wondering, can we colonize here? No, I don't believe we can. I believe you have to be adjacent to colonize. So we will have to fight the Bosporan Kingdom eventually, and we can go ahead and get that farming settlement built, and so we shall. That's excellent. So we will need to push our way up through here for sure. We're going to continue to have these guys as a bit of a buffer state. I would like to make them be a client state. I mean, that would be ideal. I don't think... Technically, we'd want them to be a satrapy. For that to happen... Okay, our oratory advances have advanced. I'm just checking here. Base of minus 130, war exhaustion, and rank. Interesting. 44 of their opinion is aggressive expansion. It only costs us 18 gold to improve their opinion. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to grab ourselves unintegrated culture group happiness. Perfect. That's another 3% unintegrated culture group happiness. That will help quite a lot, actually. So that's wonderful. We do have these disloyal provinces, so Fiend will go ahead and rebel in 17 months. That's fine. We don't mind that. These guys want military access. I have no idea who this is. I decline. Okay. There we go. So, I mean, these provinces will continue to be disloyal for a while. We are drilling our army here. I don't want to expand our legion just yet. I definitely want to get our farming settlements built. Ideally get our treasury up to like 30 per month, but that's probably going to require population growth. Our stability increased due to a cute event that I didn't look at. I never even noticed it. Probably should have. But our current stability has come up nicely. Our population happiness is only down to minus 5.5%, and I'm reasonably content with that. Yeah, that's coming up quite nicely. So that's great. Now, who's going to be the first ones to rebel? That will be these guys. Okay. I want to just check. Technically, we can sit here in Cathara. Well, Kithareason, technically. We can head over there. That'll be fine. And we can be a little bit closer. We can also build another farming settlement. We only need 5 more beyond this. So that's beautiful. We're up to 26 gold per month, and that is even including 5.56 for army maintenance. So yeah, that's great. We've definitely improved our economy dramatically. But I do want to start thinking about breaking our alliance up here. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. We're envying them, not the other way around. Good. Our neighbor's wonder is the object of envy and awe of our populace. The people speak of the superiority of Seleucid Empire. Dangerous talk. We would do well to heed the mood of the people and refocus our efforts on creating our own monumental work, or... if all else fails, we could always take Mathone from our neighbor instead. 10 popularity and 5 tyranny, 15 prominence that we don't need, and a losing 5 stability that we do need, or we could get a claim on it and gain 5 tyranny. I don't want to provoke them. That would be a really, really bad call. I don't think that we would win that fight, if I'm honest. We might be able to give it a good go. We may be able to white piece them, but it would hurt. A lot of pops would die. A lot of pops would become slaves. I'm not willing to fight that kind of war of attrition. We need to keep our pops alive and producing. That is the idea here. That is very important to us. So we will continue to build our farming settlements for now. We are making almost 27 gold per month at this time. We have 2 farming settlements constructing, and we are continuing to improve relations out over here. Now, I don't think that we're actually going to be able to offer them this status under any real circumstances. Yeah, that's probably unlikely. But let's, ooh, yeah, the city has finished up. That was this city up here. That's great. We're going to be making a few more cities, for sure. But we don't have the political influence at this time. Granaries have been raided. The governor can cover the costs. It's his responsibility. So I do want to check in on these guys. -1. Okay. Our AE has dropped pretty dramatically. That's good. It's dropping pretty quickly, actually. 0.28 per month. That's really not bad. Subjected to Casus Belli, huh? Interesting. So they're not currently fighting anybody, but yeah, see, they have 7839 pops right now compared to our 2013. That would be pretty rough to fight. There's no doubt about that. Rome now has a CB on us. We'll see if they actually want to do anything there. We're kind of out of the way of Rome, but not hugely. Is Rome considered a great power now? Let's see. Yes, they are. Cool. So we're at minus 11 right now with them, and I wouldn't mind improving relations with them, but they're actually outside of our diplomatic range. That's possibly good. Possibly good. We're going to build another farming settlement. We only need 3 more beyond that. So that's amazing. We are working away on making sure that we don't get attacked, or hoping that we don't get attacked anyway. And we're waiting for these guys to rebel before we can move in and do something there. We're also waiting for these guys to rebel before we can continue our... Up to half of his troops would become loyal? Awkward. He's already got loyalty of quite a number of them. We'll put an end to that nonsense and maybe replace him. This would be a slight downgrade. Well, we'll put this guy in charge. Excellent. Okay, and these guys are loyal to a different guy. Beautiful. There we go. So we're going to, of course, proceed here for a little bit. I'm going to drop our army maintenance down for right now. We're not planning on using them for at least another 6 months. So that's good. Hang on. Yeah, these are still dropping. Okay. I was just checking because it no longer said this one. It no longer said in this tooltip that the others were going to rebel in 5 months or however long it was. It wasn't 5 months, but eventually. They weren't going to rebel eventually. And I'm like, I think that they are. Turns out that they are. They are still planning on rebelling, and we're going to build a farming settlement in Kabbalah. We just need 2 more. So that's amazing. We're very happy about that. Our treasury is improving by leaps and bounds right now. We do want to get Defend Armenia Majoris done. That would be very, very nice. And, I mean, there's not a whole lot here. We're going to have to definitely move in down here and start getting aggressive if we want to get this mission done. But, I mean, there's not that much to do there. I also definitely want to expand up into the north and start settling this territory. I feel like that will be very useful. And to that end, what do we actually need for colonization? Does that require a... Does that require a technology? Let's see, there's already 5 tribesmen there, obviously, but that's okay. I forget how you do that these days. I know it's possible, but I think you have to be adjacent. So we would have to attack the Bosporan Kingdom. That is something that we will do, and that'll wait until after our AE is gone, for sure. So that's not going to be a this episode thing, I can tell you that. We'll try to figure out when we want to do that, but right now is not the moment. That's for sure. This is definitely not the moment currently. So we're about to get another farming settlement done here, and there's that War of Independence, finally. We're going to head on in, and we are at low maintenance. That's fine. We can call down an Omen, and we're going to go for civic tech investment for now. We could call the Bosporan Kingdom into this, but I don't think there's a point. So they're heading out over this way, and they're going to get trapped here, actually. They have to siege this now. And they're not going to beat us on the siege curve, so this is completely fine. We don't care about this. We're going to get another farming settlement building as soon as this month tick happens. And that'll be right now. 1 to go. Fantastic. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we're going to crush this rebellion. It's not much of a rebellion, but it is technically a rebellion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.